Hello, I'm Skillz. We're here today in a typical English forest. Watch out for the barbecue. Right, if you follow me in, watch your hip. Today, I'll be teaching you at home how to survive in the wilderness, with a little help from my good friend up there, Phil Shoddy. Let's go meet him. Quick, quick, quick. Be quiet. This is a common badger combo. Right, these are built by the badgers to keep warm during the winter. They have ensuite bathroom and a TV, DVD, cassette player. Let's carry on. Hello, Phil.
How's it going, Shay?
I'll just explain to the viewers how the badgers will build these condos out of debris they found in the wilderness.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You see the large grey plates there? The badgers often steal them from garages and people's back gardens, and they make them into these square-like houses.
I think the badgers that lived here originally have probably moved on, because as you can see, it looks quite derelict.
You can also tell that a vampire hunter has been by here recently, as you can tell by the large stake that's been put across the front.
They're quite common in this part of England.
Brilliant. Let's go check out something else.
Yeah. The first rule of survival is to find shelter. If there aren't handy trees around that look a bit like tents, then use naturally occurring elements in the forest to help you build, like 2x4s or bits of brick. Now you take the 2x4s and stack them in such a way that will prevent the wind from entering your new accommodation. As you can see, this will hold out even the strongest winds, even in the Arctic tundra.
In the wildlife, it's important to remember the fact that you've got to eat, right? So let's have a look in this bush here. Obviously stinging nettles, no good, they're going to really hurt your throat. But things like this. Cans of Red Bull. Now they're really good for giving you energy, especially when it's really cold.
Thank you, Phil. Once you've found an ingredient like the Red Bull, I'll show you how to prepare it. Come down here. The first important rule of cooking something like the Red Bull is to find a warm place to keep it. Damp is usually good. Now, if you see here, we have already nicely laid tire tracks that have cut up the mud a little. Now, if you stick this in here and wait about 25 minutes, you should find that when it comes out, it'll be toasty warm, ready for consumption. We'll wait a while.
That was a good 25 minutes, Shay.
Thank you, Phil. Do you think you'll be ready by now?
I think it looks delicious.
I think so. Right. You can see that it's picked up some of the nutrients of the soil, which is good when you're on a bit of a sparse diet. So Phil, would you like to try this?
I will, thanks very much, Shay. Just get some of the mud out of there. Great. Don't mind if I do, Shay.
Carry on.
That's some good canned metal. Here, try it yourself.
Thanks, hang on. Top-notch grub. Let's move on. The first rule of survival is camouflage. Now you see me, now you don't. Camouflage is important, especially in the rural parts of Britain. Phil, would you care to elaborate on that?
Thank you, Shay. The main two things you have to watch out for, especially in the rural and woodland parts of Britain, are chefs and natives, with the most two common dangers being stones and harsh comments. Some of them can really hurt. Now, if you don't happen to have a good trusty log like this in your backpack, you can always improvise. Hold that for me, Shay.
Certainly, Phil.
Things like this, average leaves, can often prove extremely good camouflage, especially when put right over the facial area.
The first rule of survival is always know how to find water. Now, if you don't have a clever water finding device in your backpack, it's advisory to use 2 sticks. Now, if you put them in a cross-like section, they will lead you to water. Phil, would you add the sound effects? We're getting close. They're getting louder. It's not enough there, Phil. Look at that. It's been found. Now, when you have found the water, the next important thing is knowing how to drink it properly. The surface of the water, as you can see through observation, is quite dirty. So what you need to do is get a piece of wood like this and spend a good 45 minutes to an hour hollowing it out like a straw. I should just do that if you could just fill in for a moment.
Right, folks, it's often not advisory to get such a big stick as Shay's there. I've got a much smaller one, and I'll just hollow this one out in a couple of seconds. There, it's done. Right, Shay, are you ready?
Yes, thank you, I'm fine, okay.
Brilliant. Right, let's go and have a taste of this water then.
Right, you must make sure that you get it in quite deep, because as you can see through observation, the top of the water is quite dirty. Then we get in for a closer inspection. Okay, now, if you take your straw, which you've just hollowed out from an exceedingly large piece of wood, if you come in close and simply hold my scarf, will you, Phil?
Sure thing, Shay.
Right, okay. That's good water. Would you like a go?
I would actually, Shay. That is good. That is bloody good.
An advisory comment is always make sure you're in running distance of somewhere where you can throw up. That's all I was saying. If you top this up, it can make an insanely good ravioli or even a spaghetti bolognese. Good, very handy if you're in a tight spot.
It's very good, Shay. I have just noticed though, there's an awful lot of graffiti just here on the walls, and that's the territorial marking of a chev. Now, if we don't get out of here sharpish, we could be in real trouble. Come on, let's go.
All right.
Quickly. Now, it's often when you find yourself in situations like this, when you have to think on your... What's the matter, Shay? Quick. Come on, we gotta get rescued. What's the matter, Shay? He doesn't know where he is.
Oh, hello, fellas. That's rule one of survival. Don't lose your bearings. Running makes you lose your bearings.
Always take a compass and a map wherever you go.
Even if it's just to the toilet.
It's important to remember in the wildlife that the world's your oyster.
Yes, it is.
So you can piss anywhere. Mine actually smells a bit, which means I haven't had enough water, which is also one of the key things you need to remember.
First rule of survival.
Don't let your pee smell.
I feel much better. How about you, Phil?
I feel really good, Shay. In fact, I feel jubilant. Now, the last lesson we're going to teach you today is one about communication, which is the most important thing anyone can learn in a desperate situation. As long as you've got a knife and some kind of building material, you can make anything. Today, I'm going to teach you how to make a mobile phone. Take a bit of twig or rusted leaf like this and apply your knife down the middle like this. You'd be a bit tricky sometimes. Once you've got your two sides, you've got your main body of the phone and the antenna. Fix them together like this. I've lost it. Here it is. And within no time, you'll have a mobile phone. And there we have it. An average Nokia mobile phone, which I can use to call the emergency services. Hello? Yeah, where the bloody hell are you?
Hello, I'm Phil Shoddy. No, I'm not. Cut.